Friendships in the short term are great, they're brilliant, full of joy, full of happiness. Everyone's wonderful. But stretch that out to a long term friendship or relationship, more than 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, and suddenly things seem a little damp. Hello, my name is Paul Chandy, the Pilgrim in Progress, paving the way to Christ. When I was thinking about relationships, even my own relationship, my own marriage, I wondered what was the secret to sustaining good, long-term, solid friendships and marriage. And then I was struck with an answer in a quote that I had written on my quote bookmark, which I'm going to refer to now. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. It seems an obvious piece of advice. Back here again. It seems an obvious piece of advice, and it seems something that's so common sense. Make allowances for each other's faults. Forgive. Forgive is the central message of Christianity, and perhaps all religions. They're harder to put into practice. I met a social entrepreneur, and she was very inspirational. She gave me very contrarian advice. And she said, in her company, there's such a range of people. Some she gels with very well. They're on the same wavelength. They have the same ideas. They're really easy to get on with. She herself is a very calm, relaxed, loving, kind person. But she said in her company, she finds that there are people who are difficult to get on with, who seem too serious, at times stern, a bit grumpy, who always have a different opinion to offer. And she said she loved that. One, it was practicing her own compassion, to love people of all types, of all kinds, people who were different from her. After all, she was a social entrepreneur and about being charitable. In my view, it was the same attitude that Jesus had. He loved the leper, the rich, the poor, the sick, the lonely, the prostitute. He had his doors open to everyone. His disciples, as you could see, there were a range of characters, from Peter and John to Peter, who was quite impulsive, Judas, who was a traitor, to maybe John, who was a lot calmer. He loved a range of personalities from different backgrounds. He mixed with the rich. His message was for everyone. So in the same way, this lady, she said, in fact, when people have contrarian opinions, or when people give their opinion, maybe in a very strong manner, it makes her wake up. It challenges her thinking. It adds variety and colour and texture to her environment. She's able to pull the best ideas and get the best out of personalities to help grow her organisation, which in turn is benefiting many people who are disabled or who are in difficulty. All because she made allowances for others' faults and forgave. Just like the Lord does, Jesus ourselves. Has anyone gone through a day perfectly, without shouting at anyone, without getting upset, without feeling frustrated, angry, anxious, without any sin, without feeling lustful? Has anyone done that today or yesterday? Have you done that? No. We're constantly making mistakes and sin. And we turn to the Lord, and He makes allowances for our faults, and we forgive, and we decide to move on with more resolve. So this was a real eye-opener for my marriage. Now, in every marriage, couples may have problems. One person might be tighter than the other. One person might be more organized than the other. One person might have more initiative and gusto in doing fun things. One person might be a better cook. One person might be more ambitious and more serious. However, I realized if I always looked at my wife's faults, what she can't do, what she's not good at, maybe when she, for example, doesn't put things away or whatever it might be, then, or for example, making the bed. I like to make the bed every morning. Or when she doesn't make the bed, I stress it can be annoying. The last person out of the bed makes a bed, and when she doesn't make the bed, it can be annoying. Only if I allow it to be annoying. I say don't sweat the small stuff. Make allowances for each other's fault. In my marriage, for example, I could list 200 qualities about my wife that are so wonderful, that are building our home, building my son, building the foundation, and spurring me on to do more. Why focus on the 3, 4 things and get frustrated and aggravate the situation more and create tension, which creates more procrastination, which creates more annoyance, which creates more irritation, and before we know it, we hate our spouse. And that could be applied to the same thing in a work environment. Yes, people do annoying things. People hurt you. People upset you. Be upset for a few moments. Be upset for a few minutes, I agree. Then let it go. And see the good in them, or try and see the good that they're trying to help you with. Big challenge. Make allowances for each other's fault. This is the pilgrim in progress, paving the way to Christ.